Welcome to A Course in Miracles, me reading from lessons and reflecting on them as I go. And we have come to lesson number 36 today. My holiness envelops everything I see. Today's idea extends the idea for yesterday, and that was my mind is part of God's I am very holy. So it's based on the idea of yesterday. And now we are shifting from the perceiver to the perceived. And this is a magical step for a human to do. And you probably know that already, but it's so beautiful to discover it over and over again, I think. So we are holy because our mind is part of God's. And because we are holy, our sight must be holy as well. So sinless and quote unquote means without sin. And as you cannot be without sin a little, you are sinless or not. Either you are sinless or you're sinful. You can't be both. And if our mind is part of God's, we must be sinless. Or a part of his mind would be sinful, and it's not, because it's God. I think this is very interesting from a semantic point of view, as I love languages. The word sin, as I have read in many contexts, the original meaning of sin is Hebrew or Aramaic, and it does not mean guilt or you've done something bad or you are, we in the more popular way, or even I thought of it many, many years, that it's blameful and it is, No, sin means, I think it's pronounced in Hebrew, chet, and something similar in Aramaic. I don't dare to pronounce it though, because I don't speak a word of Aramaic. It means missing the goal, missing the point. You just miss. It's like when you shoot with an arrow. Oh, missed totally. Just missing something and missing the point. And I think that is a very, very profound meaning in that. And it's so much easier, I found it, to forgive and feel love, even for if we imagine the worst of the worst people on earth that we sometimes read about, we think, what a monster that person must be. Monstrous actions, deeds. When one thinks of that, and I'm taking the worst example ever now, when one reflects on it, that a soul, say that we actually come here and incarnate because there is something to learn from being a human in a human body, and then we just miss the whole point with it. Misunderstanding, big time. And do these horrible things to other people and to yourself, or other beings, not only people but beings, and to yourself. Some empathy comes to me that a soul being comes here and totally misses the point and makes such a disaster for him or herself. So this sin word and profound meaning of it I found very helpful. Missing the point. We don't want to do that, do we? And of course, God is without sin because God does not miss the point. God is the point. So the practice periods now. I'm reading again. For 3 to 5 minute practice periods, 3 to 5 minute practice periods are required for today's lesson. And we are supposed to distribute them fairly evenly and make the shorter applications frequently to protect your protection throughout the day. All right. Some sentences in this wonderful book are quite difficult to understand, but never mind. The longer practice periods should take this form. First, we close our eyes and repeat the idea for today. And the idea for today is, my holiness envelops everything I see. And then we, as we have done in many lessons, we apply the idea specifically to whatever we note in our casual survey, inner survey. Comes up, for example, I'm reading. My holiness envelops that rug. My holiness envelops that wall. My holiness envelops these fingers. My holiness envelops that chair. My holiness envelops that body, and so on. My holiness, this is my own, envelops this computer. It's a bit fun to do this because maybe one does not feel the holiness in a thing or that, but is just repeating, and we do it until we make it. So we're in the end of the lesson now. For the shorter exercise periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea. Look about you as you repeat it again. And conclude with one more repetition with your eyes closed. All applications should, of course, be made quite slowly, as effortlessly and unhurriedly as possible. I learned a new word now. Unhurried. No, I've seen that before. Unhurriedly as possible. So, as usual, just relax and everything will be fine. We are enveloping everything in our holiness because we are very holy. Thank you for viewing and see you soon.